In a world that never stops talking, many people still feel quietly alone. A Stoic thinker once compared real friendship to a diamond, not because it shines for everyone to see, but because it is rare, formed under pressure, and almost impossible to fake once you've held a genuine article. After enough disappointments, he said, we start believing every connection is just another imitation. Someone else added that true friends are not simply found, they are recognized. Yet in today's noisy world, where everyone seems connected but few feel truly known, many wonder, is something wrong with me? Does having few friends say something deeper about who I am? Today we explore this honest question. We'll look at why meaningful friendships can feel so difficult to build, even when the world appears full of people. More importantly, we'll discover practical Stoic wisdom that helps us form the kind of connections that actually nourish the soul, not just fill the silence. Think of your social life not as a race to collect more people, but as the careful work of a gardener. You don't need 100 flowers. You need a few strong roots that can weather any season. Let's walk through the real reasons many of us struggle, and how Stoicism offers a wiser path forward. 1. Shyness or introversion. We are social beings by nature, yet some of us move through the world with a quieter rhythm. What others call shyness or introversion is often misunderstood as a flaw. In truth, it can be a different kind of strength, one that Stoicism helps us recognize and protect. Marcus Aurelius reminded us to accept the nature we have been given. Your preference for depth over noise is not a defect to fix. It is simply your natural tempo. The problem arises only when we treat this quiet nature as something we must overcome in order to be normal. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we control. You cannot control how others perceive your silence, but you can control the quality of your presence when you do speak. Instead of forcing yourself to perform, practice speaking with intention. Say what matters. Listen fully. When you stop trying to impress and simply choose to express, conversations stop feeling like tests and start feeling like exchanges between two real human beings. Friendship, from a Stoic perspective, is not a performance. It is a garden you tend slowly. Some days you water it with small, honest moments. Other days you simply sit beside it in comfortable silence. Both are valid. Both can grow into something lasting. 2. Trust issues. Trust is not a switch we flip. It is something we build or rebuild one honest brick at a time. When past experiences have taught us that people can disappoint or betray, it becomes natural to keep our guard up. Yet living behind permanent walls leaves us isolated even when we are surrounded by others. Stoicism invites us to examine our own foundations first. What values do you actually stand for? What kind of treatment will you accept, and what will you not? When you know your own boundaries clearly, you stop giving trust like free samples and start offering it like something precious that must be earned. People change. Circumstances shift. Even good people can let us down. The Stoic response is not to become cold, but to become wise. We can remain open without being naive. We can stay kind without becoming defenseless. The key is learning to read character over time rather than rushing to conclusions after one conversation. When doubt appears, Stoicism encourages honest conversation instead of silent resentment. A single clear sentence, "I felt hurt when this happened," can turn confusion into clarity. Trust grows in the space where two people are willing to speak truthfully and listen without immediately defending themselves. 3. Lack of social opportunities. Sometimes the issue is not that we lack the desire for connection, but that our daily lives no longer create natural meeting points with like-minded people. We move between work, home, and screens, rarely crossing paths with anyone new in a meaningful way. Stoicism reminds us that we are not passive observers of our circumstances. We can create opportunities. Volunteering, joining a class, attending a local talk, or even consistently showing up at the same cafe at the same time each week. These small, Repeated actions become the soil in which new connections can take root. Shared activity is often more powerful than shared interests alone. When you work alongside someone toward a common goal, whether planting trees, organizing a community event, or learning a skill, you see their character in action. These moments reveal who people really are far better than surface conversations ever could. The Stoic approach is simple. Stop waiting for the perfect social circle to appear. Start placing yourself in environments where good people are already gathering. Then show up consistently. Friendship often grows in the background while we are focused on something worthwhile together. 4. Lack of social skills. Many people never receive proper training in how to build friendships. We were taught how to compete, how to achieve, and how to look successful, but rarely how to sit with another human being and create warmth and trust. The good news is that social skill is not a fixed talent. It is a craft that improves with deliberate practice. Stoicism encourages us to begin with small, manageable actions. A genuine question. A moment of full attention. A follow-up message after a conversation. These tiny acts compound over time. One of the most powerful skills is learning to listen without immediately preparing your reply. When someone feels truly heard, they relax. Defenses drop. Real conversation becomes possible. This is not manipulation, it is respect. And respect is magnetic. Rejection will happen. Some interactions will go nowhere. Stoicism teaches us to treat these moments as data, not as verdicts on our worth. Each conversation, successful or not, teaches us something about ourselves and about others. The person who keeps practicing with calm persistence eventually develops a quiet confidence that others find deeply attractive. 5. Changing circumstances. Life has seasons, and friendships sometimes belong to specific seasons. The people who felt like everything during school or early career may naturally drift as responsibilities, locations, and values change. This is not always a tragedy, it is often simply reality. The Stoic boy and apple tree story illustrates this beautifully. When we are young, friendships can feel effortless and unconditional. As we grow older and chase stability, status, or family, we may unintentionally neglect the very relationships that once gave us shade. By the time we notice the emptiness, years may have passed. The remedy is not guilt. It is conscious choice. We can decide, at any age, to reach out. A simple message, a short call, an invitation to meet. These small acts can reawaken old bonds or plant the seeds of new ones. Friendship requires maintenance. It is not a plant that survives on neglect. Stoicism asks us to accept what has changed while still taking responsibility for what we can influence today. We cannot force old friendships to return to what they once were, but we can choose to show up differently now with more presence, more honesty, and less assumption. 6. Shifting priorities or growth. As we grow, our priorities naturally evolve. What once felt essential, constant socializing, late-night conversations, being part of every group, may gradually give way to deeper work, family responsibilities, or inner development. This shift is healthy, yet it can leave us with fewer friendships than before. Stoicism does not ask us to maintain a large circle at all costs. It asks us to be honest about where our energy actually goes. Quality always matters more than quantity. A few relationships in which both people can be fully themselves are worth far more than dozens of shallow connections that require constant performance. The challenge is learning to communicate our changing availability without disappearing. A simple, honest message. I've been focused on some important things lately, but you've been on my mind. Maintains the thread of connection even when time is limited. Good friends understand seasons. They don't require constant presence to feel valued. As your life changes, new people will enter at the right time, people who align with who you are becoming rather than who you used to be. Trust this natural rhythm. Stoicism teaches us that forcing old structures to remain unchanged often creates more suffering than simply allowing life to rearrange itself wisely. 7. Mental well-being. Our inner state directly shapes our outer connections. When anxiety, depression, or emotional exhaustion dominates our days, reaching out can feel impossible. Even when we do connect, we may struggle to be fully present. This is not a personal failure, it is a signal that the foundation needs attention. Stoicism offers practical tools rather than empty encouragement. Mindfulness is not about clearing the mind completely. It is about noticing where your attention actually is in this moment. When you bring your full presence to even one conversation, you give the other person something rare, the feeling of being seen. Daily practices such as short meditation, journaling, or simply sitting in silence help regulate the nervous system. Over time, these practices create an inner steadiness that others can feel. People are naturally drawn to those who carry calm. Not because they are perfect, but because they have learned how to return to center when life shakes them. Healing your inner world is not selfish. It is one of the most generous things you can do for your future friendships. The more at peace you become with yourself, the more you naturally attract relationships that feel safe, honest, and nourishing. 8. Lifestyle choices. Our calendars reveal our true priorities. If every hour is filled with work, scrolling, and obligations, friendship will naturally wither, not because we don't value it, but because we have left no room for it to breathe. Stoicism invites us to examine our days with radical honesty. Are we truly too busy, or have we simply not protected time for the relationships that matter? The answer often lies in small, daily choices rather than dramatic lifestyle overhauls. We can begin by carving out small, recurring pockets of time: a weekly walk, a monthly meal, a short call on the way home. These rituals matter more than grand gestures. They create rhythm and expectation, which are the hidden architecture of lasting friendship. Balance is not about doing everything equally. It is about aligning our time with our deepest values. When we treat friendship as something worth protecting rather than something we'll get to, when things calm down, our relationships begin to reflect that decision. 9. Differences in interests. We sometimes assume that real friendship requires identical interests. In reality, the strongest connections often form between people who see the world differently. The spark comes not from sameness, but from mutual curiosity and respect. Stoicism encourages us to approach differences with openness rather than judgment. When someone loves something we don't understand, whether it's gardening, gaming, classical music, or competitive sports, we have a choice. We can dismiss it, or we can become curious. A single sincere question, "What do you love most about it?" can open an entire world. Shared values matter more than shared hobbies. Two people who both value honesty, kindness, and growth can build something lasting, even if one spends weekends hiking and the other spends them reading. The friendship is built on the deeper alignment, not the surface activities. When we stop requiring others to be versions of ourselves, we free ourselves to discover the unique gifts different people bring. This is the Stoic path, not shrinking the world to fit our preferences, but expanding our capacity to appreciate what is good, true, and beautiful in others. If this message resonated with you, leave a thumbs up so others searching for the same wisdom can find it. If you're new here, subscribe and turn on notifications for more reflections on Stoic living and emotional strength. In the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Are you someone who naturally keeps a small circle, or are you working on building deeper connections right now? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you don't need hundreds of friends. You need the right ones. And the courage to become the kind of person worth being friends with. Stay steady. Stay stoic. I'll see you in the next one.